Here with Rickie Fowler, no better place to be during NFL free agency frenzy than talking about the Players' Championship. So excited to be here. Thanks for making the time to hang out. It's my first time here. Everyone in my life is so jealous of me. I can't believe you get to be there. You don't even get how amazing it is. What is it about the fifth major that makes it so special?
Well, I mean, as a player on the PGA Tour, this is our tournament, and the players, outside of the majors is a historic tournament for us. Special place here, the home of kind of the PGA Tour, and playing on TPC Sawgrass. So, really, like I said, outside of the majors, there's a few key PGA Tour events that you kind of have to go to. Waste Management being one of them there in Scottsdale. And there's
that
the
one
players.
I've been to.
Yeah. And
do I remember it? No, but I've been there, yeah.
It's a fun one you have to experience to see what it is. And then, this is, people say fifth major, the work that they've done here and continue to make this place more special than it was before. And like I said, it's our tournament.
Well, I know it's special to you. Take me back to 2015, Rickie, that moment, winning, what it meant to you. When you see sort of this footage as it pops up here, where does your head go?
Well, 2015 was, beyond special. I was a little ways outside the tournament as far as where I was, with about 6 holes to play, and just figured, hey, we might as well give it a run and then see what we can do. So kind of the dream kind of came together, and we end up going into a playoff, and the rest is kind of history.
Does
it
feel like a long time ago?
It really doesn't.
No? 10 years is crazy.
It is. It doesn't feel like I've been on tour that long. Obviously, you look back and kind of count through the years, and it does add up. I don't feel as old as I am. Not that I'm old by any means, but when you're out here playing with, kids that were born well after 2000, kind of puts things into perspective. And but to have a Players' Championship on my resume is very special.
When did you know you were going to win that one? Was it the images we were seeing? Was it before the tournament even started? When do you know as a golfer, especially 2015 Players' Championship, you're in your bag, this one's yours?
Not until the last putt
Really?
went in. No, like I said, going into the final round, with 6 holes to play, I was pretty far out of it. Other than the finish I had, it wasn't going to happen. So I thought after I birdied 18 to post, I think it was 12 under, I thought I might have a chance to win outright. And then some of the guys decided, hey, we better jump on and make some birdies coming in. And, Kevin Kisner actually had a putt on his final hole to beat me. So I got lucky. That one slid by, and then we went into a playoff from there. So no, it never felt like I had the trophy in my hands until I finally, made that last putt.
I'd like to see the trophy in your hand. I'd like to be sitting with the winner after this all is said and done here this week at TPC Sawgrass. What is the one thing that you are super focused on heading into action?
Out here this week, the course is going to start to dry out a bit. We had some rain come through 2 nights ago and yesterday morning. So for me, big focus is just tee to green, driving the ball well, and trying to keep it simple. This golf course doesn't necessarily favor any certain type of golfer, someone that hits it long or short or anything like that. There's been a number of types of winners, guys that hit it kind of anyway, short, long, whatever.
I feel like that plays into your strength, which is being like a complete, well-rounded super strength in all categories. You can do it all. Let's go.
Yeah, and I've been heading the right direction. So no, I'm looking forward to a good week. A lot of good memories here, and this is definitely a place that we know we can play well at.
How worried are you, and how concerned should I be about alligators over the next couple of days? There's a lot of ponds. There's a lot. How irrational is that fear of mine?
Oh, you're fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. They're more scared of you than they are.
Have you seen an alligator here ever?
Yeah, there's a few.
I'm literally not staying head on a swivel. That's my biggest fear, I think. Happy Gilmore did that to me.
No, you're good.
It's like watching Jaws when you're 5 years old.
Most of the time, they're going to run off into the water before you get too close.
I want to talk a little bit. There's a little NFL crossover I want to get to. But there's this, Chad Ochocinco, familiar with him? Mm-hmm. He said, I'm trying to think of exactly what he said. Where do we have that? He said that hitting a baseball, right? What is it? Tell me what it is. Just tell me. Hitting a baseball is like the hardest thing in the world. That and keeping a woman happy consistently. I feel like we're forgetting about golf in that conversation. Like, where do you put hitting a hole-in-one? Where would you slot that in as far as keeping a woman happy consistently and hitting a baseball and MLB style?
I still think one of the hardest things in sports is hitting a baseball.
Oh,
I would say a hole-in-one in golf, there's definitely some luck involved. I know some very not so skilled golfers who've made hole-in-ones. So there are at times there's talent that helps with that. Luck comes into play as well.
Okay.
Playing golf at a very high level is very tough, but I still think probably one of the single hardest things in sports is to get a hit from a major league pitcher.
I want to get into a little baseball because I know TGL, the ownership group, very fun cast of characters. I want to get into that. But you have a couple really close friends on tour, as I understand it, right? Friend of the show, Jordan Spieth, friend of F1 Netflix PGA, which was Justin Thomas. Mm-hmm. I'm curious. I know you guys are friendly, and then it gets to be tournament time, competition time. What are the rules? Like, what is the art of, like, here's the boundary at this moment that we are no longer friends?
Well, I mean, we're always friends, and I think your friends are the ones you want to beat the most. So it's fun when we do get paired together, or we're in contention playing against each other on the weekend. Jordan and his family were over for dinner last night. I think JT and his wife and little one are going to come over tonight. But if you have a
great day, Rickie, are you getting texts from Spieth after that round? Like, are you even when you guys are in competition?
Yeah, no, we're all pulling for each other. And like I said, it's fun when your friends play well, but it's even more fun when you beat your friends when they play well.
I can't understand that dynamic. Even like playing Monopoly with my friend, like I would just want to take them out. I wouldn't be friends with them. Like
I think there's definitely a way you could be friends, but it's nice to have those bragging rights when you beat them.
Who do you hate losing to more? Which one of those, Justin Thomas or Spieth? Who's the worst to lose to?
It'd probably be JT. JT chirps a little bit more.
Does he?
Yeah.
I can totally see. Actually, I would think Jordan Spieth would do that. TGL, I want to talk about a little bit because congratulations. You're in the playoffs.
Thank you, yeah.
It's gaining a lot of steam. When it's on my timeline, my algorithm, Josh Allen's there for his bachelor party, all of that's happening. It started in January, right, at the beginning of this year. What has stood out to you? What has surprised you? You signed up for this, however you got involved. Is it what you expected?
Yeah, I think it's exceeded expectations. The players that are all involved, everyone's having a great time with it. Yeah, it is a little bit of a added thing to our schedule and a time commitment. But when you're in there playing matches, it's fun to see how much of a good time everyone is having, and what it means, and not wanting to lose. There's a lot of pride on the line, and yeah, there's I think there is some money, but no one's thinking about like, okay, well, if we win, we get this or anything like that. You're trying to beat those three guys you're playing against. So it's like a big sense of pride. And it's, there's certain guys that do have direct ties to the areas their teams are from. But, for me, I don't necessarily have a direct tie to New York. I'm from California, live in Florida. But, whichever the three or four of us are playing, we're out there, getting together as a team, and we want to beat up on the other team as bad as possible.
Your celebrity ownership group is really incredible. There with the New York Golf Club. You've got Strahan, you've got Eli Manning. I think Derek Jeter is part of that. You've got Cece Sabathia, like a real big cast of characters.
Fallon.
Who pitched you? Speaking of cast of characters, Fallon. Have you golfed with all these guys? Who have you golfed with?
Of the crew, Eli and Jeter.
Okay, who's better?
It could be a toss-up. Maybe that's a match we can get together down the road.
Are they like your bosses? Do you see them? How does that work? Is there a group text?
We don't have a group text on team related with the owners. I do have a group text with Eli. We had a Pine Valley trip last year. But it's been a lot of fun to have those guys involved.
Okay.
They all love golf, obviously, and Jeter was at our last match. Eli's been down there. Cece's been a couple times. It's fun. It's cool to have, elite players or successful athletes or celebs from different walks of life, have that interest in TGL and showing their support.
Who pitched you on this?
This kind of originally came with, obviously, Tiger was a big part of, getting this started. Mike McCarley, Rory's been a part of it as well. But I think hearing about it early on from Tiger and some of the people from his team, hey, this is something that's in the works. Would you be interested? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's something different, fun, get the guys together and go have some matches.
It's got to be cool to sort of be part of building something from the ground up. That's has to be rewarding. It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, this being first year, it's been great to see, how open they've been to making some little adjustments or changes. We're still playing for something, but I think having the ability to evolve or adapt and try and make it as good as possible, go through this season, and then see if there's anything that needs to be changed for the next go-around. So
it's Jimmy Fallon, Michael Strahan, Eli Manning, Derek Jeter, CeCe Sabathia, and John McEnroe. I would like to know which out of that celebrity ownership group, here's a couple prompts for you. Who would you let take a shot for you this week at the Players' Championship out of those guys?
That's hard. I'm going to go Eli.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Any reason?
I mean, they've all been in big moments.
At least once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I feel like you can kind of pick any of those guys, and they're going to be nervous because it's a little bit out of their comfort zone, but why not? I think it'd be fun.
So the answer is none of the above. Who's most likely to pick up the tab at dinner? Who's generous? Who's reaching for that book?
I'm going to go Jeter.
Jeter, classy guy. Yeah, that tracks. Who do you hear from the most?
I'd probably go on the Eli, since we're on a group text with our little Pine Valley group we had last year. But like I said, a handful of them have been down at multiple matches.
Yeah.
And I've spent a lot of time with Jeter over the years. He doesn't live too far from us down south, down in Miami. So it's great to have him part of, like I said, the ownership group and the team, and they're guys that hopefully we get to spend more time with going forward.
Justin Thomas, I just read, is moving away from you? You're speaking of where your house is that?
He moved houses about 2 years ago now. He lived
bad intel.
He lived
Google.
Walking distance, basically about a half mile down the street, and now we have to drive to get to their house.
Sad story.
Not too far, but
most likely to have a surprise cameo in Happy Gilmore 2. Mr. Fowler, I love how thoughtful you are. A cameo out of those, the ownership group.
The ownership group.
Yeah.
Who
Sorry,
would be
I thought you were
most
in your head about it.
I'm not sure. I mean, Fallon, I don't know who's all in there. I feel like Fallon would be a perfect fit for a Gilmore setup. But
okay, I love that. You played with Aiden Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? What is it like to play with these NFL guys?
One, I mean, I think it's impressive to see how big or also how small some guys are. Not small as in, they're still put together, but, guys, depending on their position, might not be very tall. But then you get guys like Aiden who are just an absolute beast. Not someone I would be wanting to try and tackle, or there's other guys I wouldn't want them running at me. Maybe I'm not sure what position I would necessarily want to go into. Something that probably least amount of physical contact. I don't bring a whole lot to the table in that category. Is it true? Do you think that quarterbacks make the best golfers, or is that just because they get more buzz? I would say it's typically kickers and quarterbacks. Kickers and quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Who's the best NFL person, any position that you've golfed with, that you've noticed? You can't say Eli Manning. No, I haven't played with Romo, but I know Romo is up there as probably one of the best. Yeah, he's one of the best. Can you, how do you even say this, outdrive? Who would have a longer, is that how you say this? Who would hit the ball further, you or Aiden? Well, we work on a little bit of mechanics with Aiden, and he's going to 100% hit it past me. Yeah, but you can right now. I think that's so cool. What a superpower. What a flex, Rickie. Yeah. Gosh, he's insanely large. Okay, what else do you want to talk about? What else do I need to know about this week? Tell me, what's the can't miss for the Players' Championship? Outside of, you're saying not to be scared of alligators, which... Yeah, you're fine. Sure. You don't have to worry about gators. Okay. They have a concert this afternoon over on 17. I heard. That's a great hang. I'm trying to think. What else? It's just a fun place. I mean, if you're here, you have to go spend some time over on 17, the Island Green, and this whole finish with 18 and then 16 and 17 that are just behind it over there. It's kind of this is the fun area. The fun area. You're the fun area. We love being here. You seem very focused. You seem very calm. You seem ready to go. I'm so excited for you. Go give them hell out there. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Rickie Fowler. We'll be